Hi guys, Jangro here. Welcome to my Valhelsia Fabric world. Valhelsia Fabric is a 1.17 fabric mod pack by the Valhelsia development team, and we're in episode 7, and there's some really great updates in this version 1.0.8, specifically applied Energistics 2, AE2, Farmer's Delight, and Pipe. Pipe's a really small mod that allows you to connect chests together and move items around with a pipe. That's been something that I've been sorely missing as I've been working with Tech Reborn and working with all these machines. But instead of working with that and connecting Tech Reborn machines up with pipes, I am going to dig into the new Farmer's Delight, and I really want to get going on Applied Energistics. I'm really excited about that. I love sorting systems and the technology mod. I've not done Applied Energistics before. I've done a lot of refined storage, which is what's in Valhelsia 3. In order to do that, we need to generate some new chunks in the world because there's a lot of new blocks that spawn. If we take a look at Applied Energistics, I don't know much about it yet, but we do need Certus quartz ore and charged Certus quartz to get started. And a few other things, but that's going to require mining in some newly generated chunks since this mod was added to the mod pack. Farmer's Delight likewise has a bunch of new crops, seeds that spawn in the world, and so we're going to need to go find some new parts of the world for that too. Taking a look at the map, I tried to not generate too much of the world planning for new content mods like this. So I think we're gonna move. We're gonna move out of here. I'm a little tired of all this noise from Tech Reborn and these spawners living in a mountain. Let's go find a plains biome where we can set up a new base. So this is kind of season 2, episode 1. I'm also going to do a little bit more Let's Play, I think, in this than purely the instructional stuff, especially since we're going to go do some exploring. So what I think we'll do is we'll head over to this Lafumica village, which is where we have librarians, and from here we're going to head north because that's just not generated yet. And so we will get new world gen, and rather than flying around, we're going to walk so that we can find crops along the way. I've collected a whole bunch of stuff and put it in shulker boxes and in my ender chest, so I think we're pretty well set up for starting a new base. And as we get into some newly generated chunks, we should start to find some new crops, some wild versions of things. Farmer's Delight. Let's take a quick look at the Farmer's Delight advancements. I did do a little bit. I made a knife, turned it into a netherite knife, which is a little overkill, but there was an advancement for it, an achievement, so I wanted to do that. The knife, when you harvest grass with it, in addition to seeds, you get straw, and straw can be turned into rope, which is like a scaffolding, but it goes down, so you can put rope on a ravine and climb down. Looks like we've got some chunk loading things going on here. Interesting. Definitely some world gen errors. That's ugly. So let's move on way past this stuff. Here's a mushroom I haven't seen before from Magic Fungi. Let's grab that. The other thing a knife does is it guarantees you leather drops from cows. Okay, I think we're going to be we're into newly generated world now. Certainly with that ugly chunk border that happened over there. That's kind of sad. Not sure why that happened. I don't think that there's really been any world gen changes, but oh well. We're going to take a boat, because I thought it would be interesting to get attacked by a barnacle, so you guys can see that. Barnacles are brutal mobs. They've got a couple rows of hearts, and they drown you. The reason I'm willing to be attacked by one is that I've got a nice respiration helmet, so I'm not going to drown. And they're not that hard to kill. You tend to drown before you can kill them, so that's the issue. Your loot gets dumped at the bottom of the ocean. There are no gravestone mods yet in Valhelsia Fabric, so if you die out here in the world, you gotta make your way back. Which reminds me, let's set our spawn point over here, just in case we die. The problem with dying to a barnacle is that you lose all your stuff. That's basically what it sounds like when you get attacked. I thought that was it. They might have to be a cold ocean. I do not want to go through a swamp. Let's go around. Let's check this out. This is a nice plains biome. We're looking for new crops. That is from the magic fungi mod. Interestingly, we haven't found any new Farmer's Delight stuff. This might be a reasonable place to set up. I don't really feel like this is guaranteed to be newly generated chunks. This is a server and my wife might have come up here, so I want to make sure we get into some new chunks. The sign of that will be that we find some Farmer's Delight crops. Maybe we should head east. Maybe she came north. I like this spot though. I really like this spot. All right, let's take to the skies. What is this biome? Oh, it's a host biome. This is the only place, and these biomes are supposedly really rare. And you get hurt. You get withered coming in here. Wow. Oh, there were wither roses, that's why. I just ran through a wither rose. That was dumb. So it's not the dirt, it's the wither roses in there. We're going to dig into the magic fungi mod at some point. But this is amazing that we found a host biome. I did not expect to find one that easily. Can't understand though why we're not finding Farmer's Delight crops. Very strange. Plenty of mushrooms around though. Yeah, so we're going to dig into the magic fungi mod. It's pretty early in its development. I was hoping for an update by now that would add some more stuff to it. Okay, here's some rice. This is Farmer's Delight. These rice plants. So now we have rice crops. Okay, we are in newly generated, and this is a rice. Wild rice. I think we can plant that, which we want to plant under water. So you need to be in a swamp to find rice. Let's see if we can find the next plains biome. Hopefully will be one that looks like it's nice to settle in. Here's some more rice. So we've got wild rice and rice crops from that. I brought a waystone with me, so wherever we go, we can get back to the base. Coral reef. Okay, let's drop down here. Here's some new plants. These are tomato vines, which you find in a desert, apparently. Just do not feel like dealing with zombies. Let's go look over in the savannah over here, see if we can find something new. Lots of mushrooms. More tomatoes. This here is a baobab log, which is a massive tree. Our industrial chainsaw would do a number on that for sure. Don't really need more tomatoes. Here's some ostriches, also from the outvoted mob. Okay, here's a big looking plains area. Near a desert, near a savanna. This could be good. We're also looking for a meteorite, which is, I forget if I mentioned before, part of Applied Energistics. The meteorite crashes and leaving a big crater and a big giant spherical structure made of meteorite stone, and inside the middle of it is some artifacts that you need to make the different Applied Energistics machines. Here's something new. Carrots. It would be neat to set up near a village, I guess. Here's some new Farmer's Delight stuff, organic compost. Here's some new plants. Wild onions. Cool. So compost turns into fertile soil or something like that. Let's see if there's any chests that have new loot in them. Here it is, some rich soil. So the compost turns into rich soil over time. So now that this area is generated, this compost would apparently turn into rich soil if we kept these chunks loaded, I guess. No chests anywhere, come on. Oh, the village goes way up that hill. I've got 8 rockets left. I kind of want to conserve those. All right, can't pass up emeralds. Here's some rice crops, cabbage seeds. I think I already have some potatoes, but we'll grab those because we're going to make a big farm. How do you make compost? Should we, so we can make compost with tree, we can make compost. We don't need to harvest these, steal their compost. That is an ugly house. Ah, there is a way to make it. Now, when we do this, Q. Now that is on our map. Hoping to have spotted a meteorite by now. I think we're probably going to have to fly around quite a bit for that. Oh, is that one right there? Where did I see that? Here, around the corner. Yeah, look at that over there. This is a meteorite. It's got sky stone in it. And if we dig down into the middle of this, we're going to find some alien artifacts that we can use then to make our first applied energistics machines. I think we found our spot. We've got a village right over there, not too close, so we don't get them destroyed. We're around some different biomes. I don't know. This looks like home to me. It's a little bit small. We'll have gluttons around. We've got our meteorite. Clearly, there will be Certus quartz. We've got some trees. And oak trees at that. Let's call this home. So from here, we need to find some Certus quartz. And we're going to set up a quarry to do that. And I brought with me this quarry block. So Quarry Plus is a quarry block that you get the standard Quarry Plus, which you make with pretty easy to get stuff. You can add a remove bedrock module, which when it digs down to the bottom, it removes the bedrock so it's flat on the bottom. You can also enchant it, which I've done. It needs power, so I brought a solar panel with me. But it's got efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, and silk touch. Let's dig a hole. We can do this nearby. This can kind of be like in our basement. So if we put this down, it picks out I think it's 9x9. We can configure it with other markers and make it bigger, but we're just going to stick with this right now as we put. And it creates a frame. And this is because it has efficiency 5. It's crazy fast. It's got silk touch on it, so it's going to get all this ore rather than break it. So I can. It doesn't have fortune, I don't think. So this is going to get down to bedrock in like no time at all. It needs though I have it. It needs to have a chest next to it. So, and it dumps everything it collects into a chest. It'll also collect fluids, so you can actually harvest lava and water with it. So we are going to have all of our building materials. There's some Certus quartz, I think. Iridium ore, Certus quartz. Yes, this is what we need. So you can configure these quarries to be much bigger than this, but this seems like a reasonable start to me. If it like breaks into the side of a lava pool, it will put frames in front of it so it can't pour out. It's pretty cool. And it's just going to go like this until it runs out of power, and it's getting to be nighttime, so it's actually going to stop working. You can see it's slowing down. Our solar panel's it's not getting power. But at some point soon, it's going to stop because we're running on solar. However, if we go to sleep, it should speed up again as the sun goes up. There we go, that's faster now. My vision here is that we'll do a kind of 5x5 and 7x7, even 9x9 structure, which is a pretty easy to use building format. So doors can be centered, windows can be centered. We've got 7 Certus quartz, no charge Certus quartz yet. I mean, what a great way to get your building materials. Wonder what level that is. Seems to have run into a bit of a cave down there at the bottom. Now, without efficiency 5 on here and a pretty strong solar power generator, this would have taken much, much longer. There's bedrock, I think. Yeah, so you see it leaves the bedrock. And it's done. So that was almost a diamond chest full of stuff. 7, let's sort this. No charge Certus quartz. Not even any diamonds. But we did get 1 iridium ore, which is harder to find than diamond. Okay, well now we can, we can put these things down and break them with my Fortune 3 industrial drill. Got all the raw iron. So the Certus quartz, we put that in a quartz grindstone, we get Certus quartz dust. We can use the Tech Reborn stuff for this. Interesting. Industrial grinder. So we put that in our industrial grinder with water. The crystal, these are what we need. I think these Certus quartz crystals in order to make these different, these different storage components and stuff. And this dust makes Certus quartz seeds, which there's no recipe for using them, but so yeah, we need silicon. We're gonna need a lot of silicon because we're gonna need a lot of this printed silicon to make these processors in the inscriber. The inscriber uses these different things, and to make this printed logic circuit, we need an inscriber logic press. And these presses are what we'll find inside of this meteorite. Okay, let's dig into the meteorite. I can't wait any longer. It's sadly underwater. Let's keep the water from pouring in. Skystone chest. There it is. I think, did we just find the middle? So we've got an logic press and a silicon press. Can we break this chest? Yes, we can. Let's crank this thing up. That was a small meteorite. So the chest, I think, is the thing we were looking for in here. I don't know if the skystone is, it's just a building material. We can grind it into skystone dust. Not sure what that's for. We can smelt it into skystone block. And skystone block we can make, an ME controller. We can hide cables, cable facade. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so here we have a couple of presses. I think there's one more. Silicon press, logic press, and a calculation press, engineering press, logic press, silicon press. So we're missing 2. So with these we can make, so We can make more logic presses. So with that, we can make a circuit. Meteorite compass, which we need a charged Certus quartz. Is crafted by inserting an uncharged Certus quartz crystal into the charger and powering it. Charged Certus quartz can be found in world semi-rarely. It appears similar to normal Certus quartz, except it sparkles. Okay, I think this is a good stopping point. All right, so that was a lot. We crossed the world to get to some new chunks so that we could get started with a new base with applied energistics. We got a meteor over there. We've dug a quarry with Quarry Plus. Got a little bit of Certus quartz to start with. We've got a whole bunch of Farmer's Delight crops to plant, and we're going to get started on a new base. So please do subscribe, and so you can be notified of the next episode. Leave a comment. Let me know how you feel like this is going. This video is a little bit longer than my previous ones. I kind of let that happen, doing a little bit more of gameplay and less just sticking to the pure instruction stuff. I hope you like it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.